Have you ever looked at something old and worn, something imperfect, and felt a strange kind of beauty in it? It's as though the object had a story to tell, a history, a soul. This is the essence of Wabi Sabi, a concept rooted deeply in Japanese culture that celebrates the beauty of imperfection, impermanence, and the humble nature of life itself. Wabi Sabi isn't just about aesthetics. It's a way of living, a philosophy that urges us to embrace the natural course of time and to find meaning in the fleeting, the broken, and the unpolished. As we live in a world that often praises perfection and idealized standards, Wabi Sabi offers us a refreshing perspective. It invites us to slow down, appreciate the small moments, and see beauty in the ordinary. This ancient philosophy, which emerged in 15th century Japan, still holds tremendous relevance today in our modern lives, urging us to be more mindful, accepting, and appreciative of the world around us. Let's dive into the rich history and enduring principles of Wabi Sabi and explore how they can transform the way we see beauty, the world, and ourselves. Wabi Sabi's origins trace back to 15th century Japan, a period marked by significant social and cultural shifts. At the time, the aristocracy indulged in ornate, lavish aesthetics, often showcasing wealth and power through extravagant designs, excessive ornamentation, and luxurious materials. In stark contrast, Wabi Sabi emerged as a response to this superficial display of opulence, representing a quieter, more humble approach to beauty. The philosophy found its roots in Zen Buddhism, which emphasized simplicity, mindfulness, and the impermanent nature of all things. The Zen concept of mu, or nothingness, played a pivotal role in shaping Wabi Sabi. Mu teaches that everything in existence is transient, and that true beauty comes from understanding and accepting this impermanence. Wabi Sabi in this context represents a shift away from material excess to something more spiritual and profound, something that values simplicity over extravagance and stillness over decoration. The aesthetic principles of Wabi Sabi began to take shape through various art forms, particularly in the practice of tea ceremonies. Zen monks, seeking peace and spiritual harmony, began incorporating Wabi Sabi into their rituals, choosing modest tea utensils and creating tea rooms that embodied the philosophy's emphasis on humility and tranquility. It was here that the world began to see how beauty could emerge from simplicity and imperfection, influencing everything from architecture to poetry to daily life in Japan. Wabi Sabi is often described through three core principles: Wabi Sabi and Yūgen. Let's break each one down and see how they contribute to a way of seeing the world that is both deeply profound and wonderfully simple. Wabi refers to simplicity, humility, and the beauty found in imperfection. It's about appreciating the understated, the unadorned. In a world where excess is often celebrated, Wabi encourages us to find beauty in the plain, the modest, and the unrefined. It might be found in the crack of a teacup or the weathered texture of a wooden table, where the marks of time become part of the object's unique charm. Wabi celebrates the absence of unnecessary ornamentation, focusing instead on the beauty that comes from age, wear, and the passing of time. Sabi, on the other hand, refers to the beauty of aging, wear, and impermanence. It's the appreciation of how objects change and transform over time, and how this transformation adds to their character and depth. Sabi is about recognizing that nothing lasts forever, and that there is beauty in the inevitable decay and erosion of the world. Whether it's a rusted door, a faded painting, or a cracked ceramic bowl, Sabi invites us to see these signs of age not as flaws, but as a reflection of life's journey. The third principle, Yūgen, is perhaps the most mysterious of all. It refers to a profound, almost indescribable beauty that arises from a sense of mystery or hidden depth. Yūgen is about sensing the profound in the fleeting moments of life, the stillness of nature, and the space between things. It's the quiet beauty that lingers just beyond the obvious, in the ephemeral and the unseen. Zen allows us to feel connected to something larger than ourselves, a sense of wonder and reverence for the unknown. Several key figures have played pivotal roles in developing and popularizing Wabi Sabi throughout Japan's history. These individuals embodied the principles of Wabi Sabi and helped shape the aesthetic and philosophical legacy that continues to influence culture today. Perhaps the most famous figure associated with Wabi Sabi is Senno Rikyu, the founder of the Japanese tea ceremony. Rikyu's interpretation of Wabi Sabi reshaped the way the Japanese approached tea, emphasizing humility, simplicity, and a deep respect for the transient nature of life. His tea ceremonies were marked by minimalist tea rooms, rustic tea bowls, and the quiet rituals that celebrated imperfection. Rikyu's work continues to influence not only tea culture, but also the broader understanding of Wabi Sabi in Japanese life. Basho, one of Japan's most celebrated poets, was another key figure in spreading the Wabi Sabi philosophy. His haiku poems often celebrated the beauty of fleeting moments and the impermanent nature of life. Basho's poetry conveyed the essence of Wabi Sabi by finding beauty in the simplest things: in autumn leaf, a passing breeze, the sound of rain. His work continues to be a profound expression of Wabi Sabi's core values, inspiring countless people to appreciate the delicate impermanence of life. As a Japanese architect, Kabori Ensher is credited with incorporating Wabi Sabi principles into the design of temples, gardens, and buildings. His work emphasized the beauty of natural materials, the subtlety of design, and the idea that imperfection can enhance the sense of peace and harmony within a space. Ensher's buildings are a testament to how Wabi Sabi can be applied to architecture, where every crack, knot, and imperfection becomes part of the larger aesthetic. While Wabi Sabi originated centuries ago, its principles still resonate deeply in our modern world. In today's fast-paced, perfection-driven society, Wabi Sabi offers us a refuge, a reminder to slow down, embrace imperfections, and appreciate the beauty in life's transience. Let's explore how we can apply the timeless wisdom of Wabi Sabi to modern life. In a world constantly rushing towards the next achievement or milestone, Wabi Sabi reminds us to be mindful of the present moment. Embracing imperfection is an act of mindfulness. It's about paying attention to the cracks in the pavement, the weathered texture of a chair, or the fleeting smile of a stranger. When we practice mindfulness through Wabi Sabi, we connect with the beauty that exists all around us, regardless of how imperfect it may seem. Wabi Sabi also offers a powerful message for our environmentally conscious age. In a world obsessed with fast fashion, constant consumption, and disposable culture, Wabi Sabi calls us to value the worn, the used, and the restored. It teaches us to find beauty in things that have been around for a while, things that have lived and breathed, and things that have their own history. Whether it's choosing to repair a broken item instead of discarding it, or appreciating the patina of a vintage object, Wabi Sabi encourages us to move away from disposability and embrace sustainability. Wabi Sabi fosters creativity by encouraging us to embrace imperfection and see beauty in the unfinished. It teaches us that creativity doesn't need to follow rigid rules or aim for perfection. In fact, the most beautiful and original work often comes from embracing mistakes and discovering unexpected beauty in them. Whether it's painting, writing, or designing, Wabi Sabi invites us to be more authentic and less concerned with producing perfect results. In a world that often demands perfection, Wabi Sabi offers a refreshing and transformative perspective. By embracing imperfection, celebrating the beauty of aging, and finding profound meaning in the fleeting moments of life, we can cultivate a deeper sense of appreciation for the world around us. Wabi Sabi teaches us that beauty is not always found in flawless surfaces or symmetrical forms, but in the raw, the broken, and the transient. As we move through the complexities of modern life, let us take a moment to reflect on the wisdom of Wabi Sabi and allow its simple yet profound philosophy to enrich our lives, reminding us that there is beauty in everything, even in what we often deem imperfect.